Dear friend, I hope you have been well, even as we come to the close of this year or this season. And even as we close this season, many people may feel discouraged, and others carry the baggage from the past failures and even missed goals. However, today in this devotional, we want to focus on the things that you should leave behind in the old season. It is good to know that God's plan is not based on your performance. It is actually based on His mercy. And you know His mercies are endless. So God is always ready to do a new thing. And there are 3 main steps that you should follow, even as you come to a new season, as we close this old year and embrace a new season. So the first step is to forget deliberately. Deliberate forgetting. So our scripture is going to come from the book of Isaiah 43:18, which says, "Do not remember the former things, nor consider the things of old." And you know it continues in that verse. So here, this is a command from God. God commands us to let go of the past. So we must stop letting the past define our future. So we need to release the failures. The failures could be guilt and even mistakes that we made. Remember, if you made a mistake intentionally, you can ask for forgiveness. And the forgiveness is obtained from God. The forgiveness obtained is final. You don't have to keep remembering it. When God forgives, He forgives. So number 2, you have to let go of the comfort zone. Now, many of us, of course, love the comfort zone because it's a place where everything is familiar and you feel as if you're safe in the comfort zone. However, we need to remember that the familiar will keep us from growing. We grow from discomfort. Remember, even a seed, when it falls on the ground, it must die. It must change. It doesn't remain the same as a seed. It must change and transform, and this is called the growth process. So the growth process is not comfortable. It is not a comfort zone. So the next step, number 2, is divine renewal. And our scripture will come from the book of Isaiah 43:19, which says, "Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Do you not perceive it?" This is a question you should ask yourself, because the task of perceiving it lies with you. You have to perceive it. So the promise there is that God is bringing something fresh and new and powerful. This is what God is always bringing. He's bringing a new start. He is always doing this. So God can and will make a road in your wilderness. And He will make rivers in the desert. This is what it means, that He will make new avenues where there were none. He will bring a new solution where you didn't even see it. So you don't have to think of how you're going to solve your problems. It is God who brings these things, but you have to perceive it and believe it. So the encouragement there is that His grace resets daily. It is true. When you look at the book of Lamentations 3:22-23, it says that His mercies are new every morning. Every morning. You need to think about that. New mercies every morning. And this is indeed very powerful for every person and for every believer. So step number 3 is intentional pressing. Intentional pressing. And we get the word from Philippians 3:13-14. It says, "Forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal." In this scripture, you will notice that it is not about arriving. It is not about perfection. It's about pressing. It's always a process. It is always a journey. And here, the action you can take is, don't just wish for a prosperous new year or a prosperous new season. No, you have to strain towards it. Straining, because in the version there it says, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead. Straining means stretching out and leaning forward with all your effort. With all your effort. That is straining. So it doesn't feel very comfortable when you strain. However, it is worth it. And God helps you to strain successfully. So you have to identify a concrete goal that you will deliberately press into in the new season. It can be a discipline, it can be a service. So that you just don't wish for anything, but you strain towards it, you work towards it. So in this coming season, it is the opportunity to trade your old story for God's glorious new story of victory. So today I pray that God opens our spiritual eyes and also our spiritual ears so that we can see and hear Him better, even as we press on in the journey of faith. It is also my sincere prayer that you and your family are whole and well. Thank you for watching this devotional. I hope that we meet in the next devotional, and I continue praying that God may keep strengthening us in the faith, even as we share and encourage each other.